All right, so move on to the next segment. I want you guys to hear this loud and clear what the next segment is, so you guys don't think I'm talking crazy. But the next segment, I'll be sharing my NFL bold predictions for the rest of the NFL season. Again, bold predictions. Not saying it's going to happen. These are my bold predictions for the rest of the NFL season. So starting off with number one, the Packers finish the season at 11-6, and they make a wild card spot in the NFC Conference. So this young Packers team, the youngest team in the National Football League, is starting to figure things out. I think their average age for the National Football team for the Green Bay Packers is at 25 years of age. So they're the youngest team in the National Football League. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and it seems like they're starting to put the pieces together for this young, talented team that the Green Bay Packers have. We're seeing Jordan Love potentially become the franchise quarterback, the next guy following behind the footsteps of the great Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers for the Green Bay Packers. We're seeing Jordan Love has played the greatest football of his young NFL career this last month in the NFL. Matt LaFleur is starting to trust him more in the play calling. You've seen in the beginning of the season he really didn't trust Jordan Love. There was a lot of intermediate routes that the wide receivers would run, a lot of deep balls that Jordan Love would try to connect on. He struggled in the beginning of the season. But now we're starting to see his game develop. We're starting to see his head coach, Matt LaFleur, trust him more in his play calling on a weekly basis, which is always a good thing. And Matt LaFleur has been undefeated with the Green Bay Packers since he's been their head coach, since he's taken over the franchise at the helm. And he's been 16-0 in the month of December. What month are we in now? December. So I could see them going undefeated for the rest of the season, making the playoffs at 11-6. Their remaining schedule, they play on the road against the New York Giants. They have a home game against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They play on the road against the worst team in the National Football League, the Panthers. Play on the road in a divisional game against the Vikings. Then finish the season off in a divisional game against the Chicago Bears. I see them winning all of these games. That's my bold prediction on the Packers. Finish out strong. Finish the month of December undefeated and get into the playoffs at 11-6. Then my next bold prediction, I got my Dallas Cowboys. And I think the Dallas Cowboys are going to silence the noise and take the number one seed in the NFC. I think this is a really great, bold prediction. The Cowboys have a tough schedule coming across. They've heard all the noise, all the chatter about them having an easier schedule down the stretch, but now it's time to get to the business. It's time to face the big boys, and they got a tough schedule ahead. They play at home against the Philadelphia Eagles this weekend. Then they play on the road against the Buffalo Bills. Then they play on the road against the Miami Dolphins. Then they play at home against the Detroit Lions. That's 4 tough teams. 4 great teams above 500, or minus the Bills. They're at 500, but you can never count them out with Josh Allen. The Cowboys, I can see them going 3-1 down this stretch in the month of December at best, and I definitely have them beating the Philadelphia Eagles this weekend. But at 3-1 down the stretch, and they're obviously going to beat the Washington Commanders in that January game, the final game of the season, and their season finale to win the NFC East. That's my another bold prediction. But I see they will get some help to get the number one seed in the NFC Conference. The way how Dak Prescott is playing, he's playing at an MVP caliber level. I can't see him struggling against these 4 respective teams that I just said. What do all of them have in common? All of them have struggles on the defensive side of the ball, no matter what their record is. The Eagles, Bills, Dolphins, Lions, all secondary has been suspect. Their defense has been suspect all year long. Dak Prescott is not going to struggle against those respective defenses in his quest to become the MVP of the league. I think he's going to figure it out. The Cowboys go 3-1 down the stretch. They win the division and get knocked up the number one seed in the NFC Conference. That's my bold prediction for the Cowboys. Then, last but not least, the New England Patriots secure the number one seed, first overall pick, and Bill Belichick remains their head coach. So currently, the Patriots have the worst record in the league. They have 2 wins and 10 losses this year. The Panthers will not have a first. I don't think the Bears will end up with the first overall pick. I do believe the Patriots will. That's my bold prediction. I do believe that they will not. They will be lucky to win another game this year with Bailey Zappi at the helm at the quarterback position, and they already lost all hope with Mac Jones, former first round pick from Alabama. He's in the doghouse, and I don't see him starting another game for the Patriots this season. Having the first overall pick in this upcoming NFL draft, I don't see the Patriots shying away from Bill Belichick. I think he's going to finish his career with the Patriots. I think he's going to stick around for a little bit longer. I don't see Robert Kraft kicking him to the curb. For a head coach that's won 6 Super Bowls with the franchise, he'll be 72 years of age by the next year's NFL season. He's not going to go anywhere. He's going to finish with the Patriots. They would get Caleb Williams, obviously, with the first overall pick. You build the offense around Caleb Williams. You get a defense. You have a lot of defensive players on injury reserve. You get your defense healthy, and who knows what could happen with the Patriots. But that's my bold prediction. They end the season with a number 1 overall pick. Bill Belichick stays. And then we can see what Bill Belichick could do once again with a true talented quarterback at the quarterback position. But those are my bold predictions for the rest of the NFL season.